Hi guys, Mike Lee Connect, Movement is Life. It is Tuesday midday in South Florida, and Tuesday is Double Tap Tuesday. All right, this Double Tap today is about what happened here last weekend. The DX-CQC RAVEN-5132 Instructor Certification Group Alpha here in South Florida. And how I'm making this a double tap. The double tap is Group Bravo will be in Pennsylvania at Ed Duplessis School at the Agana Northeast headquarters over there. So that's the double tap. If you're coming to Group Bravo, that's on the weekend of June 30th, the last weekend of June, Saturday and Sunday. What a freaking weekend. We had 17 people. Originally was supposed to be 18, but Ed Duplessis and Victor from Pennsylvania couldn't make the trip this weekend. They're both going to do it in Group Bravo anyway. And then Bogart, one of my black belts, because there was 2 spots open, he jumped in, and he was very happy to jump in. What a weekend. Okay, so what exactly is DX-CQC RAVEN-5132 knife fighting? Okay, this is basically the evolution of ITK. Okay, when Agana came on the market around year 2000, 2001, I filmed the ITK VHS series that later on became DVDs. You can actually find those online. A lot of people download my instructional DVDs online. It's called Agana ITK 1000, Agana ITK 2000. So originally it was VHS. The first VHS, the first cassette, covered regular grip knife fighting, and it was designed for fighting with a K-bar knife, basically military style knife fighting. And the techniques work if you have a full-size knife K-bar, okay? ITK 2000, which was considered more advanced material, was reverse grip. And again, it was designed for a K-bar knife. Okay, that method of knife fighting has been the method of knife fighting in Agana pretty much from year 2000 all the way up to year 2009, okay? The Marine Raiders in Coronado Island, that's what I deployed with them, with the exception that the technique had to be adjusted to waist level in the water, because the amphibious unit. So their knife fighting was exactly the same thing without the footwork, because you can't move in the water if you waist high water. And also there was drowning techniques. In other words, there were tactics how to drown the opponent when you're in close quarter tactics. Okay, those are classified techniques. I can't explain them. It is what it is. So again, ITK 1000 and 2000 was what I was deploying both in my school in South Florida, to my instructors nationwide, and to 2 units. 2 units got the ITK 1000 and 2000, basically the Coast Guard, the Attack-led Coast Guard unit in Opaloka, and the counter-terrorism unit and counter-drug unit of the Coast Guard, and the Raiders in Coronado Island. Okay, then what would happen, a lot of units, military units, would ask me for specific objective courses. In other words, that's what I call SOC, specific objective courses. We want to know how to fight with knives in more tight. Okay, then trench fighting was born in our organization, and I went to work and designed the trench fighting curriculum, which included hand-to-hand combat, knife disarm, gun disarm, assault rifles, and also knife on knife. Okay, so that was born. And then I had the JTACs. They brought me in for counter-kidnapping techniques, because they were worried about getting kidnapped by ISIS, and taught them knife fighting as well. So that's the Air Force Special Ops units, the JTACs, that happened in Georgia. And then I had another course in Georgia that included knife fighting and knife defenses on choppers, on Chinooks. And I had to adjust things as well, because when we're in the air and the chopper moved, some techniques proved themselves to be not effective if the ground is moving. Not that civilians would ever be fighting on choppers, but nothing less. Some techniques failed, and I had to adjust. So Blade Warrior was born. Okay, Blade Warriors were born because things evolved. Okay, because of the logistics, because of the demands of the contracts with the military. And I basically took ITK 1000 and 2000 and morphed it into a much more aggressive knife fighting curriculum that addressed all the other objectives of all those units. And naturally, it triggered down to my organization, and my instructors got certified in Blade Warrior. Okay, now, in the last few years, things have changed in America. You have the active shooters, things are not getting any better, to say the least. And more civilians neat techniques against evil that they would have never found before relevant because times have changed, and now I want to teach a knife fighting system to civilians that works for them, that is as aggressive and as effective as I did for the military. However, none of my civilians are going to walk around with a freaking K-bar in their hand. If you carry a K-bar in your hand or on your waist, or one of those crocodile Dundee knives, and you walk around in the street, sooner or later you're going to get arrested, because number one, it looks ridiculous, and number two, it's not effective that you walk around with a full-size knife. So then you have the option of folders or small EDC knives. Like my small EDC knife is the DPX, but the problem with that is it's too short, and the folders are also too short. So the birth of the RAVEN-5132 was born, and I designed a knife that's 4-inch long, that is how I call that, a fixed blade that can fight regular grip and reverse grip, specifically for the way we do knife fighting, and specifically for close quarter combat, of the techniques that were taught and deployed material wise in the certification last weekend. I'm telling you, my guys ate it up. I had black belts here from Texas. I had people here from Virginia. I had people here from all over the country. Really, really great weekend of knife fighting, but extremely effective for civilians as well, with a blade that's only 4-inch long versus you got to walk around with a full-size K-bar, which is really not the case in most cases. Nobody walks around with full-size knives. So that's the DX-CQC. DX-CQC, the D stands for deep extreme, like you deep extreme close quarter combat. In other words, you're no longer in knife fighting distance only, you're in the pocket, and you're in the crowd, somebody bumped you, they pulled the knife, you pulled the knife, whatever the reason would be, and now you're in the pocket and you're fighting really face to face, what we call in Israel krav panim el panim, and you're within arm's reach. There's no more footwork involved that much because you're in that pocket. So that's what DX-CQC stands for, deep extreme close quarter combat. And the RAVEN-5132 is basically the blade that I've designed specifically for that knife fighting system. There's going to be trainers for it, plastic trainers. There's going to be an actual blade. Big things are to come. This is not what the double tap is about. The double tap is about Group Alpha in the books. Group Bravo, June 30th weekend at the Agana Northeast headquartered at Ed Duplessis School. If you did not register for that yet, you can reach out to Ed Duplessis and say you want to take it. There's a couple more spots, I believe, over there. Anyway, Mike Lee Caneric, Movement is Life, Double Tap Tuesday. We had a great freaking weekend here. I hope everybody's have a great day. Movement is Life, Mike Lee Caneric.